It's Friday at 5 p.m. Harrison is at the airport. He has his bags packed, his out-of-office reply on, and a boarding pass to a beach in Mexico. He's been counting down the minutes to this moment for 3 months. He feels a temporary rush of relief, the vacation high. But as he sits at the gate, Harrison has a sobering thought. Why is he so desperate to leave? Why has he spent the last 90 days enduring his reality just to earn 7 days of escaping it? He realizes that his life is essentially a series of waiting rooms. He waits for the weekend. He waits for the holiday. He waits for retirement. Harrison realizes he is a fugitive. He is running away from a life that he himself designed. He has succumbed to the vacation fallacy, the belief that you can fix a broken 50-week-a-year reality with a 2-week-a-year distraction. He looks at the people around him. They all have the same look, exhausted but hopeful. They are all trying to buy back their peace with a credit card. Harrison decides that this is his last escape. From now on, he isn't going to work for a vacation. He is going to work to eliminate the need for one. This is the 1,600-word architecture of a life built on steady-state fulfillment. Harrison begins by looking at his biological load. He realizes that the reason he needs a vacation is that he is living in a state of chronic low-level inflammation. He discovers the concept of allostatic load, the wear and tear on the body, which accumulates as an individual is exposed to repeated or chronic stress. Harrison was treating his body like a battery he could drain to 0% and then recharge on a beach. But that's not how human biology works. He implements micro-recovery cycles. He stops waiting for holidays to rest. He adopts the 90-minute rhythm. Every 90 minutes of deep work is followed by 20 minutes of total down-regulation. He walks, he breathes, he hydrates. He is managing his oscillations. He realizes that sleep is the daily vacation. If he gets 8 hours of high-quality sleep, he doesn't need a week in the Caribbean to feel sane. He optimizes his sleep sanctuary. Blackout curtains, 65 degrees, no phone. By month 2, Harrison's baseline stress has plummeted. He no longer feels like a tightly wound spring. He has built biological resilience. He is no longer surviving his days. He is moving through them. Harrison addresses the biggest source of his misery, his work-life architecture. He realizes he was chasing status instead of flow. He was taking on projects that made him look successful to others, but made him feel hollow inside. He was trading his time sovereignty for a bigger paycheck that he then spent on vacations to forget the job. It was a circular trap. He adopts the Ikigai framework, but with a cold American edge. He identifies the intersection of what he is elite at, what the market pays for, and what doesn't require him to sell his soul. Getty Images. He begins aggressive boundary setting. He realizes that burnout isn't caused by working too hard. It's caused by resentment. He starts saying no to clients who are toxic. He stops answering emails after 6 p.m. He realizes that by being less available, he becomes more valuable. He moves toward asynchronous work. He realizes that the 9-to-5 is a relic of the industrial age. He builds a system where he is judged on output, not attendance. He spends his most productive hours, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., on his most creative blueprints. By noon, his required work is done. The rest of the day is optional. He has achieved temporal leverage. His work no longer feels like a prison sentence he has to serve. It feels like a craft he is practicing. Harrison looks at his apartment. He realized he was using it as a crash pad between work and the airport. It wasn't a home, it was a storage unit for his exhaustion. He adopts minimalist environmental design. He realizes that every object you own is a tab open in your brain. He clears the clutter. He invests in high-touch quality, the things he interacts with every day. A great chair, a great bed, a great kitchen. He brings nature indoors. He realizes that humans have an innate need for biophilia. He fills his space with plants and natural light. He builds a Zen station where he can meditate or read. He creates a digital-free zone. He realizes that travel is a mindset. He starts touring his own city. Every Saturday morning, he explores a new neighborhood, a new park, or a new coffee shop in Austin. He realizes that the novelty he was seeking in Mexico was available 10 miles from his front door. He stops waiting to live and starts living where he is. He has turned his daily environment into a sensory sanctuary. He no longer needs to fly away to see something beautiful. He wakes up in it. The final pillar of Harrison's unvacationable life is his social architecture. He realized he was spending time with escapists, people whose only conversation was about how much they hated work and where they were going next for drinks or travel. They were enablers of his misery. He began curating his tribe. He sought out builders and creators, people who were excited about their projects, people who were unfazed by the grind, and people who had already built lives of sovereignty. He realized that enthusiasm is contagious. He stopped socializing and started connecting. He traded loud, superficial bars for deep, one-on-one dinners. He stopped the small talk and started the big talk. He realized that most of his desire for a vacation was actually a desire for connection. He was lonely in a crowded room. By building a tribe of high-value, high-agency individuals, Harrison's daily life became a continuous mastermind. He no longer felt the need to get away from people. He felt lucky to be around them. He achieved social sovereignty. He realized that the greatest flex isn't a photo on a beach. It's a Tuesday night dinner with people you actually respect. Harrison is sitting on his balcony, watching the sunset over the Austin skyline. He isn't packing a bag. He isn't checking a flight status. He is drinking a glass of water and feeling perfectly, completely content. He looks at the camera, at you. "You're counting down the days, aren't you?" he says. "You're looking at travel vlogs and hotel prices because your current reality feels like a weight you can't carry. You think you need a break. You think you need sunshine and sand. You don't. You need a redesign. If you have to escape your life to enjoy it, you aren't living. You're just surviving between intervals. Starting today, stop planning your next vacation. Start planning your daily reality. Fix the sleep. Fix the work. Fix the room. Fix the tribe. Build a life that is so fulfilling, so aligned and so quiet that the idea of leaving it feels like a chore. Don't work for the out-of-office reply. Work for the happy-to-be-here reality. The ultimate luxury isn't a 5-star hotel. It's a 5-star Tuesday. Go build it. The escape ends now.